Hello everyone, good to have you back. In the last video, we learnt about relative clauses, what they are, how defining and non-defining clauses are different, and how to use relative pronouns. In this video, we'll apply what you learned through a few short examples and exercises. You'll get a chance to identify whether a clause is defining or non-defining, and to choose the correct relative pronoun in context. Make sure to check out part 1 before watching this video, so you'll follow the explanations easily. Let's begin our practice and see how well you can recognize and use relative clauses correctly. Let's begin with a short practice activity. On the screen, you will see 8 sentences. Your task is to identify whether each sentence has a defining or non-defining relative clause. Remember that defining clauses give essential information and are written without commas, and non-defining clauses give extra information and are separated by commas. Read each sentence carefully and look for clues. If removing the clause changes the meaning of the sentence, it's defining. But if the sentence still makes sense without it, it's non-defining. You can pause the video now, take a moment to read each sentence, and decide your answers. Once you have finished, play the video again, and we'll check the answers together in a moment. Let's check the answers together. The first one is defining, because who helped me tells us which teacher. Here, who refers to the teacher. The second one is a non-defining relative clause, because the extra information which I bought 10 years ago can be removed, and the main sentence still makes sense. Here, which refers to my car. The next sentence is defining. Where we had dinner identifies which restaurant. Where refers to the restaurant. The fourth one is defining. That I bought last month specifies which laptop. That refers to the laptop. The next one is non-defining. The clause adds extra information about Mr. Ahmad. Who refers to Mr. Ahmad? The sixth one is defining. That you gave me tells us which pen. That refers to the pen. The seventh sentence is a non-defining relative clause. It gives extra information. Who refers to her brother? And finally, sentence 8 is defining. Because whose bag was stolen identifies which girl. Whose refers to the girl. So remember, defining clauses give essential meaning without commas, while non-defining clauses add extra information and always use commas. Let's move on to our next practice. Complete each sentence with the correct relative pronoun. Who, whom, whose, which, that, where, or when. Read each sentence carefully and think about what the clause describes. Are we talking about a person, a thing, a place, time, or possession? You can pause the video now to complete the sentences and then continue to check your answers on the next slide. Let's quickly check the answers together. The answer for number 1 is who. We use who for people. Here, it's the woman who lives next door. For number 2, it is where. Where is used for places. The hotel where we stayed. The answer for number 3 is whose. It shows possession. The student whose presentation was excellent. For number 4, it is that. That is used for things. The movie that we watched last night. Next, it is whom. Whom is more formal and is used for people as the object, the person to whom you spoke. For number 6, it is where. It is used for places, the park where children play every evening. The answer for number 7 is that. That refers to a thing, the phone that I bought last week. For number 8, it is who. It is used for people, the man who works for Google. For number 9, the answer is when. When is used for time, the year when I graduated. Finally, for number 10, it is that. That for things, the keys that were missing. In defining clauses like 4, 7, and 10, we usually use that, but which is also possible, especially in British English. Check your answers, and if you got most of them right, well done. Let's do a quick recap before we finish. Defining clauses give essential information. They tell us exactly who or what we are talking about, and there are no commas. We often use that, and it can replace who or which in these clauses. Non-defining clauses, on the other hand, just add extra information. They're always separated by commas, and the sentence still makes sense without them. Here, we use who for people and which for things or animals, but that is never used. We use who or that for people who do the action, whom when the action is done to the person, whose to show possession, which or that for things and animals, where for places, and when for time. Relative clauses help you connect ideas smoothly and make your writing more precise. That brings us to the end of this lesson on relative clauses. If you had any difficulty understanding the concepts, please watch part 1 for clear explanations. Then rewatch this practice video to check your understanding. If you found this lesson useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more grammar lessons. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.